Hi, everybody, and here's the explanation for the sixth and final math problem in the math calculator section of my website's short SAT diagnostic test. Here's what it says. Medical residents at Lakewood Hospital. We got to read a book. We got to read a book here. All right, just one half sentence at a time. Medical residents at Lakewood Hospital are choosing their individual specialties. Got it. Among them, 40% choose cardiology, 16% choose oncology, 34% choose endocrinology, and the remaining X% choose hematology. Got to stop. Eyes crossing, got to stop. I got to get that down in a way that I can sort of process it. When it's all embedded in these words, it just is all gobbledygook. So let's do a little chart. How about? What if I wrote it this way? That 40%, I'm going to put cardiology, 40%. I won't write the percent. I'll assume we know that. Okay. Oncology, 16%. Endocrinology, 34%. And finally was hematology. Well, it says X%, but can we figure out X%? Because what do all the percents have to add up to? 100, because that's everybody is 100%. So I've got what? 40 and 16, 56, 56 and 30 is 86, 86 and 4 is 90. What percent do I have left over for hematology? 10%. So I've got all my 10. I've already figured something out. I've already figured out this variable X right off the bat. That helps clear things up. So what does it say next? We ain't even nearly through though. It says, once the doctors pick their first specialty, they're then each asked to choose a second specialty from the previous 4 options in case their original specialty is already filled. So I'm just trying to picture what's going on. I say, oh, I want to do oncology. They say that's filled. I got to pick a second one. I'll do hematology. So doctors are sort of picking their first choice and their second choice. How's that going to play out? Don't know, but I understand what's going on. Says they may not pick their original specialty again, right? So which do you want first, Rich? Oncology. What's your second choice? Oncology. They don't allow that. If no other field, I skipped 20% of those who originally picked cardiology, 20% of those who originally picked cardiology. You know what? I'll stop right there and just figure that out. 20% of those who picked cardiology. Well, do I know the number of people that picked cardiology? I don't yet. So I actually can't do it. I need a number to do a percentage with. Remember, I left off the percentages, but these are all percentages. So I don't know the number that I can take 20% from. Let's read further. Okay. If no other field chooses oncology as their second choice, and the hospital boasts, 200 medical residents. So now I know that my total number of people is 200. Okay. Now I can go back to the cardiology where it said 20% of those who originally picked cardiology. Well, how many people originally picked cardiology? 40%. 40% of 200. If you go back and look at, I think it was explanation 4 or 5, I mentioned that when you want to take a percentage of something, it's the same as multiplying by a decimal. How do I know? Because I take the decimal that's really there in all cases and I move it over twice. My new decimal goes there. I get rid of my first decimal, and that's the decimal that I multiply by. So taking 40% of 200 is the same as multiplying 200 by 0.4. 200 times 0.4 equals, well, we know it's 80. An easy way to figure that out, and that's not a percent, that's actual residents. What's 40% of 100? Well, that's easy. Any percent of 100 is that number. So 40% of 100 is 40. Since I have twice 100, I just double it. 40 becomes 80. Let's try to do that in our head. 16% of oncologists. Well, do I even need to know that? I don't think I do. Let's wait and see. So I've got the 80 cardiologists, right? So 20% of those who originally picked cardiology. Well, 80 people originally picked cardiology. What is 20% of 80? Well, coming back over here, 20% of 80 is the same as 80 times, remember my decimal's here, I move it over twice, times 0.2? What is 80 times 0.2? I bet you can do that in your head. I bet you can. I bet you can. It's 16. So 16 chose oncology as their second choice. 80 chose cardiology as their first choice. And 16 of those chose oncology as their second choice. Now, what are they asking? I got a lot of information. What is the total number of residents who named oncology either as their first or second choice? Well, I've got the second choice. We just figured it out. That's 16. That's second choice. What's the first choice? Well, 16% of my original number chose oncology as their first choice. 16% of 200. What's 16% of 100? 16. What's twice that for 200? 32. So 32 was my first choice. And they said either first or second. 32 plus 16, 48. My answer is 48. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I don't have a 48 there because it says in terms of X. I thought I was done. We're not done. And I got my answer. I know it's 48, but how do I work that out here? Well, what is X? What is X? Well, we figured out X. X was 10, right? So all I got to do now is take the number 10, plug it in to each of these choices. And what number am I going to get for the right answer? 48. 48. Because I know the answer is 48. I just got to do it in terms of X, but I know what X is. X is 10. So I've got to go one by one and figure it out. 80 minus, well, that's going to be a negative number. 80 minus a higher number is a negative number, never going to get to 48. 80 minus a higher number, never going to get to 48. I'm already down to two choices, so I can even guess right now and have a decent chance of getting it right. Let's check this out. 10 squared, 100 plus 24 times 10 is 240 is 340 minus 188. 340 minus 188. 152. That's not it. I know it's got to be D. Got to be D. Let's just double check it. 10 squared is 100. 100 minus 240. 100 minus 240. That equals minus 140. And then plus 188. 48, baby. Right there. I never had any doubts. The answer is D. That was a rigmarole, but it's one of the tougher problems, right? So I hope that cleared that up for you. And as always, if it didn't call, send, smoke, everything, contact me. I'm here, going to clear it up for you. All right. Now I'm going to go on to the reading and the English. So maybe I'll see you there. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.